It was good. This your boy Mo, aka Rafe from Money and Violence, and I'm about to vent. This is crazy.
Yo, what is it like for it to play out in real time? You losing friends over success?
Whew. It's sad, man. It's sad. It really is, and the reason being is because you come to realize that people didn't have the love for you that you had for them. And that's why I always say, no matter where this thing goes, I've lost what I could never gain back, you know. And it's because of the friendships and it's so crazy. What I would recommend to every and anyone is learn the business. Learn the business of whatever it is that you're trying to do, because most miscommunication and most misinterpretation come from people's ignorance as far as how business works. Mm-hmm. You know, you have people who, like Money and Violence, people don't realize the show's never been on television. Mm-hmm. It was on YouTube.
Tidal.
It was on Tidal as well, but people act as if millions of dollars came for this show. Like, I never really made anything for that show.
You saw you at the Barclays. He was like, "It's up."
Exactly. You know, and don't get me wrong. I'm grateful, mm-hmm. and I believe that these are all just growing pains. And one thing I've learned in life is that when you're headed towards something bad, mm-hmm. everyone can come. Mm-hmm. But when you're headed towards something good, everyone can't go. And the reason being is, sometimes blessings come through affiliations, right? Mm-hmm. So God blesses you, and those blessings trickle off to the people around you. Mm-hmm. But sometimes the people around you aren't deserving. Mm-hmm. And God has to remove, because the people around you can delay your blessing. Because if they're not deserving, God has to remove them from you before he'll give you your blessing. Mm-hmm. It's that simple. So it's sad, but I take it all with a grain of salt. I mean, I trust God fully with all of my heart, so I don't question anything he decides.
At this age now, is it harder to lose friends to like industry kind of things, or was it harder to lose them like towards the streets? Like, which bond did you think would have been like tighter to you?
I think the sad part about losing friends now, see, when you lose friends to the streets, your trajectory wasn't headed towards anything good, right? So it's like, okay, they're gone. Of course you missed them, but in the same breath, it's like they're not missing out on anything, right? But when you're headed on this path, headed on this journey, climbing this ladder, I mean, you know, every now and then you sort of think of, those days when everything is going to be good, and, you know, all our kids are going to be playing in the backyard and blah, 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 and we're going to reminisce on these days and laugh about it all, you know? Mm-hmm. And so when those relationships fall apart, it's just kind of like you're robbed, right? Because you're robbed because that's part of what you were doing it all for, was to reach those moments. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you end up being robbed of that.
That's a situation too. You get what I'm saying? I've seen that ain't fun, because that was part of your motivation.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was definitely part of the motivation.
Exactly.
Doing it. So now you got to find new purposes and new friends and things like that.
I mean, listen, my children will always serve as my primary motivation.
Yeah, obviously. But
you know?
I mean, but you ain't gonna chill and. You ain't gonna chill and look back at memories with certain memories that you had before your kids were born. You get what I'm saying? And and that's definitely a part of it. You get what I'm saying? And then eventually your kids, they have their own lives. They become independent and stuff like that. So you would hope, like, damn, like, we make it through.
But believe it or not, the great thing is, I have a very small circle, but my core people are still here, and my core friends I've known 30, 40 years. You know, and those people ain't going nowhere. When I tell you, man, like I have a great group of people around me, that I must say, who love me to death. You know what I mean? And it's reciprocated the same. I love them to death. So I thank God for that.
That's all right, man. I know. I mean, your time, man. So I'm a speed towards the end.
No, it's all good. It's all good, bro.
Appreciate you, man. All right, man.
Yeah, what's up, people? This is your boy Mo, Rafe from Money and Violence, and I just vented, man. Make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Yo, Slops, what up?